Now the next thing is that if we have genotype AA, then we will be having the agglutinogens, which are usually called antigens for that genotype. If we are having genotype AA and OA, then we will be having antigens antigen A on the surface of RBCs, and if we are having B, then B antigens on the surfaces of RBC. And if we are having O is for nothing. If we are having O is for nothing. O is marked for nothing. O means that there is no any antigens on the surfaces of RBC. RBCs are naked, but still they are not naked. There is H substance present over that. So O means that there is no antigen and RBCs are naked, but only H substance is present over there. Now AB means that the RBC is having both A and B. Means if we say that this is our RBC, okay, if A, then there will be H substance and A antigen. H substance, A antigen. This type of blood will be called as blood group A. Now, if we are having these B antigen, B genotype, then what type of agglutinogens will be present on RBC? It will be of type B. If we say that B is round, so this is type B. And now if we say that there is AB, means both antigens are present over surface, then there will be one A, one B, one A antigen, one B, then again A and B. Okay, so this is AB. Now if there is O blood group, means no antigens is present over the surface of RB, then there will be no antigen. Like this. RBC will be naked, there will be only H substance over it. Okay. So these are the blood types. Now blood is determined by our parents. What is the type of your mother blood and what is the type of your father. But once the blood type is determined, then after birth there is the production of agglutinins, which are mostly called as antibodies. Second name of agglutinin is antibodies. So what type of antibody will be formed in case of A antigen? If there is A antigen on the surfaces of RBC, anti-B type antibody will be present, because antibody antigens are always opposite. If A antigen is present, then there will be anti-B antibody. If there is B blood type, then there will be anti-A antibody. If O, none of the antigen is present, then there will be both types of antibodies. And now if both types of antigens are present, there will be none of the antibody present. We will discuss it in detail, what is called agglutinins and how these are formed. So agglutinins are gamma globulins. These are gamma globulins which are usually formed in bone marrow and our lymph gland cells. Where the erythropoiesis occurs, there usually is a formation of agglutinins. Now most of them is IgM and IgG. IgM type and IgG antibodies. IgM contains is a pentamer, while the IgG is also type. Both of these are mostly occurring as agglutinins. Now how these agglutinins are produced? After the birth, about 2 to 8 months, there is the formation of agglutinins, and this formation progresses to the maximum at 8 to 10 years. So this will lead to the formation of agglutinins, maximum amount of agglutinins at the age of 8 to 10 years. 8 to 10 years, okay. How these are produced? We know that we eat many substances, we are taking bacteria, we are taking viruses at any time. So there will be type A, type B, type O or type AB antigens always usually coming inside our body. So in response of that antigens, there will be the production of antibodies. Rh blood group system has another system which we will discuss in our next video. How these agglutinins are produced? So answer is that we usually eat. A simple answer, this is not as a verified answer, but a simple answer to this question was that we usually eating food, bacteria and other inspiring in our air contains the antigens, and in response of that antigens there is the production of antibodies. Now we have read what is called ABO blood group system. Now the topic, which was the blood transfusion, is that the transfusion of one's donor's blood into the recipient blood. Before this, we have to do blood typing. What we have to do? We have to do this blood typing. Why this blood typing is necessary? Because there can be agglutination in case of cross-match blood transfusion, wrong transfusion. So blood typing is necessary. What is this blood typing? We know that on the surfaces of RBCs there is agglutinin. We separate RBCs from the blood and mix them with the saline solution to make them dilute. Now we will separate them. Means we will separate the RBC content into two parts, 50-50%. In one type we will add antisera A, in other type we will add antisera B. In which agglutination occur means that this is not the blood group, and in which agglutination is not, this is a blood group. Agglutination will show mismatching. So this is called the blood typing. Next we will study about what is delayed agglutination, delayed reaction, etc. in our next video. Thank you.